Okay, so one of my student has posted this question for me, which is on blood grouping, chapter heredity, CBSE grade 10. The question goes, a man with blood group A marries a woman with blood group O and their daughter has blood group O. Is this information enough to tell you which of the traits blood group A or O is dominant? Why or why not? Now, over here, the question is this information enough to tell me whether out of A or O, which is dominant and which is recessive? So, the answer is no, it is not enough. Now, why so? Because in this question, I can only find out the phenotypic relationship. I can only see the phenotype. Now, what is phenotype? Phenotype is whatever is manifesting, whatever I can observe physically, right, in front of whatever test I can see physically, the result I can see physically. So over here I can see only the net result, outcome, the physical result, which is the daughter is having O blood group, the man is having A and the woman is having O. The underlying genetic composition which is there, which we also call as the genotype, okay, the genotype, the genotypic information I am not having over here. That we all, know that it's not only A, but for every trait, for every character, we get one allele from the mother and one allele from the father, right, out of which one is dominant, one is recessive, or it can be both dominant characters or both recessive character. But over here I am not getting any genotypic information. At genetic level, any information is not given. So I am not having any genotype information over here. So my answer is O. Now, the next part which I can talk about over here, the how did the daughter get the blood group O, right? So now over here I already told you in the one of the videos that there are three blood groups, once again, A, B and O. Generally we have one allele which is dominant and one allele which is recessive. Now in your textbook, the Mendel's experiment which is there, we have one tall plant and one short plant, right? So if the trait means character, so if the trait is height of the plant, so over here trait, this genes, this allele is for what? It is for height of the pea plant, okay, or height of a person. So for height I am getting one allele from my mother, one allele from my father. It can be anything. So out of these two, it is capital T or small t. Okay, so capital T representing dominant and small t representing recessive. It can be anything. It can be TT, it can be small t, small t. Out of these three, it can be anything. Now, what is dominant character? Dominant means it is overpowering. If I have only one dominant allele, that character will show. Means if I have at least one capital T, that plant will be tall. But for recessive character to show, over here the recessive character is dwarf or short heighted plant. So I need to have two recessive. Only then it can be a short. Only one recessive will be overshadowed. The dominant will overpower it. Okay. Now over here, let's get back. So that is dominant and recessive. Okay. Dominant allele and recessive. Now over here we are having three blood group, A, B and O. Out of these three, A and B are co-dominant. Co-dominant means at least if A is present or B is present, it will show its character. And O is recessive. O is recessive and A and B is co-dominant. Okay. So if a person is having A blood group, there can be two genetic combination. Either it can be AA, okay, both A. Only then it will be A blood group. Or it can be AO, because O is recessive, A will overpower, then also it will have A blood group. O blood group will be only when I have two recessive character. Only then I can have a blood group O. Now because A and B is co-dominant, if both A and B is present in someone's genotype, then the blood group will be AB. Okay. So for now, in this question, the man is blood group A. So A means it can either have the genetic combination as AA or it can be AO. Any one for the man it can be. Now we don't know because there is no information which is given at the genetic level. But for the woman, the blood group O means the genotype is, or the gene composition, the genotype is OO, that's for sure, because O is recessive. Now what are the two possibilities when can the daughter have O blood group? For example, there can be two cases. Case number 1, where the genotype of the boy is AA and that of the girl is OO. Okay, now if I draw it in a Punnett square, so over here I am showing the girl and over here I am showing the genotype for the boy. So the girl is recessive OO and the boy it is AA. So what are the possible combination? AO, AO and AO. See, all the four cases it is having A, means if this is the genetic combination, then the daughter will definitely be A blood group. Now it is case 2, right? Again over here I am showing the girl's genotype and over here I am showing the boy's phenotype. The second case is the boy is AO marrying a girl OO. So what are the possible combination? AO, AO, OO, OO. So over here the child can either have blood group A or can have blood group O. See over here 2O. In this case the blood group can be O. So there are two cases of A blood group and there are two cases of O blood group. So it is 1:1 chance, right, of the, or 50-50 chance that if the genetic combination of a genotype of a boy having AO is marrying a girl OO, then are 50-50 chances that their kid may have either A blood group or O blood group. If you didn't understand, please reach out.